Hello, everyone.
Keela was to fight herself.
Welcome. Hope everyone's having a good happy Monday. Hope everyone is having their favorite album of the Happy Mondays. Welcome.
It is the Bane Blade!
Who's all here? Icy
My sword arms
Kitsune,
have leveled up.
Zelen, Master Bismuth, Esports are for losers, Cedric,
It had
the
come to fight.
Retrogen, Cactus Beat, Twisted Mentat, Dr. Tasty, Tex, Boot Blacking, Bangle, Zerodyne, Karma, Tax Collector, Wabon, Darkmex. Did I say Bangle already? Welcome. BS Repellent, Night Sprites, Ragadom, Starscav, Sam Hain. Welcome, everybody. I hope you all had a happy Easter. Haster. Happy eggs. Welcome, everybody. We're gonna play some action and adventure games today. And switch this over to dungeon music. We're gonna play some action and adventure games today. Very likely gonna finish Soul Blazer. Very likely gonna finish Soul Blazer first. In fact, I should change the game name to that. I am so confident that we will be playing Soul Blazer first. Very likely to finish Soul Blazer, and I got a game I want to play after that like I've been thinking about for a while and haven't gotten around to, but like, man.
I'm gonna give him 100 bits. I'm gonna go.
Duke Cheer 100 happy EC's shape PC's shape PC's shape PC's shape PC's shape PC's shape PC's
Ragadon, thank you for the 100.
Shape PC's shape
Pissy's shape.
PC's shape PC's shape PC ass.
You know, Tex, I don't know how you guessed that in one, but good job. Yeah, I've been thinking about Magic of Sir Charizard for a while. I want to play that. Action and adventure. But first, we're gonna play Soul Blazer because I've been playing that and I've been having a very good time playing it. I'm not much interested in the sequels of Soul Blazer that much. I don't think they have that tightness of play that Soul Blazer does. They're very interesting and some of them play quite well. I'm not certain that I'm interested in necessarily digging into them. Anyway. It's the SNES time. We don't need that. Hi, Banes? That's working now. This is working nice. We don't have those color problems anymore. Yeah, like Soul Blazer, you walk around and talk to people, and it's very short to do so, right? Like, you talk to somebody, they tell you their thing, and that's it. There's no beating around the bush. They're like, I'm the spirit of a dog who died protecting this guy, and, like, I want my soul to live on in your helping you. And then they join you, and that's it, right? There isn't, like, some back-and-forth fetch quests and weird flags that need to get set. They're right there. They're accessible to do so. Anyway, start this up. I believe we just exited to a new area. What's weird is that this game communicates a lot without having a long story, right? This game has This game has an approach to storytelling that I very much like. You know? Oh, I can walk over those. Okay, I guess there's nobody here yet. There's no introductory NPC in this area. We just go in the dungeon. Uh-oh. We gotta go up there. I should at some point give... Illusion of Gaia a fair shot, but I bounced off it very hard when I first played it. Mainly because it was the beginning of the age of emulation. And I could play any game. So why would I settle for a game that didn't start for the first, like, 20 minutes? 80 gems. Am I using the right power bracelet? Yeah, good. Yeah. Stand on the thing. Dad released a soldier. There are many ghosts. In the torture room of the basement. First look for the spirit sword. We need that spirit sword. I want to point out, by the way, there's something a little glossed over here. We cannot ghost because we do not have the spirit sword. However, wait. I thought we could, like... Oh, I guess up there. Oh, I see. One of the things that's interesting about this game, to me, especially, is, I guess you could say it's unspoken, right? I don't think it's necessarily unintentional. That the people of this world aren't all good, right? They're not just, you know, these innocents who were hurt by death toll, right? The civilians in this game and the NPCs are not entirely blameless in their world, which I think is interesting. It's interesting to me that they have that, like, element to it. And, like, to a certain extent, right? I was joking about this last stream, that, like, only an evil person would turn, would cause evil if given the blue stone. And the Mermaid Queen made evil happen. And it's like, I think to a certain extent, they acknowledge that in this, right? Like, we go to this castle town, right? And the dude tells us that there's ghosts in the torture chamber in the basement. And so it's like, the torture room must have existed, right? It's not like Death Toll had them build the torture room in the basement out of nowhere. You know? Like, these people weren't... entirely blameless before they... My uncle is the famous architect Gaudi. I know a bit about architecture. I will show you something later. But it's like it's interesting to see that they didn't necessarily go like, oh my god, we're so innocent. We're so innocent, and death toll is the reason why everything is bad here. It was very much where am I? Light Shrine. There's one in here. It was very much you know, these people... Death Toll was merely capitalizing on an opportunity of the people being evil to begin with. I think that's an interesting... Oh, I'm immune to that guy. Okay. Where's the other one? This just doesn't say what level I'm on.
It's so good.
I love the effect in the overscan of the light beam on the right there. $1,100. Holy crap! Are any of these guys right near an exit? Doesn't matter. Dad released a bird. I had notes about this. Light 1 and 2 had. This is the boss room? Okay, that means I'm on light 2. Do-do-do-do. Well, so what's weird, right, is that on the overscan area, there's darkness where your light circle is. I find that part the most interesting. Wherever these guys spawn. Flame Pillar. Yeah, Flame Pillar ends up being pretty good, but we're gonna keep Flare on, Flare on for now. I don't think you can necessarily cheat by turning off the darkness light. I mean, you can cheat once you have the light soul, but you can't, like, skip it per se, because the light soul causes certain enemies to become vulnerable, I think. There we go. Okay, that was it for backtracking dudes. Oh, I forgot to do the thing. Forgot to go talk to the guys. Whoops. For shy birds, you better approach quietly from behind. Ah, you scared me. Please don't sneak up behind me. Well, I guess it's okay. I have something special for you. Dad received the red hot mirror. Yes. Bootlegging thing for the 100 Earth Cake. That's not what I was hoping for, honestly. I was hoping for emblems. Cedric wants a random dank game. Record. Yes. Finish recording. Pause the timer. Don't say the S word. All right. Let's get a random dank game going for you. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. This is a game. This is a 19... This is a 1996 DOS game. Hey, Ketmas, welcome. This is a 1996 DOS game. It's an action game developed by Island Dream and published by Ediciones Mago. Yes. Here's all the hardware. Here it is. There it is. Let's get this dank game set up for you, Cedric. The music in this game is top-notch. Here is your dank game, Cedric. The title is right there. Right there in the UI. As it belongs, I suppose. Your dank game is Deep Red, a game by Island Dreams. A game by Island Dreams, Games and Soft. And yeah, it kind of looks like a D-make of Crusader. Who knows if it's good? Majorcan gaming. I hope you enjoy it to the full extent you're able. All right. Start the timer back up and let's go in the dungeon. Got him. I didn't see that dude here. You. Got him. This game's a little bit of a puzzle game. That, like, you could just not do the puzzles and it's fine. A soldier cannot be recalled yet. Yeah, that'll be fun. Although I advocate for getting flashcards and the like. Rather than attempting to collect the software itself. Unless you plan on making new, better dumps or scans of the material. Included with games. A singer! A sad-sounding voice is coming from the theater. Oh, what can I do? I can't play a harp without strings. Sir, spam us some. Thank you for the big food.
I'm still hungry.
It's so good.
Giant feast, Sir spam us some. Very good to see you.
It's so good.
Thank you, Sir Spamasum, for the giant feast. Dad released a soldier. 70 bits. Oh, thank you for the 70 bits. The elemental male.
No. Eating so good.
Time for a meat wave. Sir Spamasum, another feast. Grand feast.
Thanks for the food.
These ghosts look like little Vegetas.
Thanks for the food.
Look at all that food. Oh.
Thanks for the food. Thanks for the food.
A soldier. Oh, good. The last little spray of food. Thank you, Sir Spamasum. I appreciate it. I appreciate the wonderful support. Oh. I found 100 gems. Was that chest even visible when I walked in here, or did I just, like, walk into it? Like, Are there... Are there just invisible chests all throughout? Now I'm... Strange bottle. Invisible chests. Invisible chests. This would probably be easier to do vertically. I'll do vertically on the other side. Ow. Oh, okay. Probably won't be there. There could also be the invisible chests upstairs, I suppose. We already checked this line. How you doing today, Sir Spamisum? I hope you're doing well. I hope you are doing well. Having a good post-Easter or whatever. What have you? BNU. Are you still streaming? Oh, you're working. Oh, good. Well, I'm glad that I can keep you company. Make your work day a little better. Lisa May. Ah. Yeah, it could be a very tall tower. Folks, BNU has been streaming Brightest. Oh, I got an emblem. Hey, Pizza Farts, how's it going? Whoop. Brightest is a later quintet game. That looks pretty good. 3D PlayStation era game. Uh-oh. Yeah. Yeah, just keep tabs on BNU. Oh, fuck. Alright, we got the first shortcut. Hey, Stealthy Golem. How's it going? Yeah, I love this game. got some work to do here. And you. Stealthy Golem. We got good folks in the chat. Excellent streamers. How was the last stream of Dark Souls 2? Stealthy. How did you like the game in general? Dark Souls 2, oddly enough, I think has been my favorite of the Dark Souls games. For odd reasons. I had the most fun playing it, I should say. I didn't know these things could fire bullets. A singer. Surely this is going to release the snakes.
I'm gonna give him 100 bits. I'm gonna
Pork chops, thank you for the 100 bits.
Sorry, but it is not possible to ride a bike underwater. Bicycles are designed to operate on dry land, and they would not work properly if submerged in water. Attempting to ride a bike underwater would likely result in damage to the bike and could be dangerous for the rider. If you're looking for an underwater adventure, there are plenty of other activities to try, such as snorkeling or scuba diving.
Oh. Snorkeling or scuba diving. Not underwater bicycle riding. Pork chops, thank you for the 100 bits. That's a good image, being you. Yeah, I can see why I think some people dislike it compared to the other Souls games. But personally, like, I really enjoyed both the exploration aspect of it, of like not... I did feel like I could get lost, right? And still have like somewhere to go. I never felt like I was just missing the plot thread that I was supposed to get, and that I just had more to do. And always having more to do, I could just go somewhere and do something. There was always something to do for me in Dark Souls 2. And I liked that a lot. I also liked, mechanically, I liked the way that Dark Souls 2 ended up working. It felt a little crappier at the start, but once I kind of got it, I came to enjoy it a lot. The like choices that you can make in terms of how you build your dude and what stuff you do and how melee and magic and range stuff plays together, and I found that very interesting. I liked that a lot more. I felt a better connection to my character in Dark Souls 2 than in 1 or 3. I have a friend who once disobeyed King Magritte. He wanted to save Dr. Leo. He was taken to the torture room in the basement and never came back. This harp string is a birthday present from my friend. I am able to play great music with this string. He always told me I could. What? I'm confused. I'm guarding the castle. Don't talk to me. Yeah, I really like that part of it. That was my favorite. That's what makes Dark Souls 2 is my favorite out of them, is that feeling of continuous development. This is the soldiers' dormitory. I'm taking care of them. I'm a guard, but I'm tired of my job. I came here to relax. While listening to the guard, Dad sees a card under the guard's feet. But Dad can't get it because the guard is standing on it. One of the soldiers betrayed the king. He's trying to escape with Dr. Leo. I want to play music, but the harp string is broken. Oh, card. Harp. I'm very confused. Most likely Kingsfield rebranding. So Dark Souls 2, in terms of gameplay similarity, is more like Kingsfield than 1 or 3. Or at least more like 1. I guess you've not played 3 yet. This is King Magrude's castle. Our king is the greatest man in the world. I must say this or I will be punished. What do you think about the wall? I'm known as a speed architect. Zzz. Yeah, I think that's a pretty astute observation, I suppose. I do liken it more to the feeling of Kingsfield, U.S. Kingsfield 1 in particular. I've been haunted by a monster called Research. I would not pay attention to my wife and daughter. Still, I didn't understand. I was praised as a genius scientist, and even the king often gave me orders. I kept inventing things, watermill, elevator, and even this airship. Finally, I invented a machine to call upon evil, only to realize something. Tools are there to make people's lives easier. When tools start to use people, their culture will decline and they will become unhappy. When I get to the world of evil, death toll will be called. I don't want to believe this beautiful world will be destroyed. Please let me off somewhere. Dr. Leo, you may be right, but I must take you to Magrude Castle and make sure you do not escape. I have to worry about the present, not tomorrow. I must do my job or be punished. Please try to understand this. Yeah, weird clouds. Oops, I was sleeping. Lately, I've been having the same dream as Dr. Leo. If I would have released Dr. Leo, the world would not be like this. I don't know who to obey anymore. There are many thorns in the basement of Magrude Castle. You must take this armor with you. Dad received the elemental mail. Elemental mail protects Dad from the damage zones. Huh? I'm guarding the castle. Don't talk to me. Okay. Talk to everybody in the thing. We're gonna go back in the basement and see if we can get that harp string from an invisible chest, maybe? Right? There might be invisible chests down here. Where? It's a visible chest. Surely I'm gonna get a spirit that reveals invisible chests, right? Surely. That would make this way easier. Let's see about the tower. Oop, fuck. Top floor of this tower is a prison. Anyone who does not have the platinum card cannot enter. Okay, so we need to find a way to get the card. Oh, I think I remember this part. Kind of. Wait, I should kill that snake. Come back here, snake. No? I thought... Yeah. The body is holding something. Dad found harp string. That's something that I did not... I didn't quite remember at first, but I remember struggling with that when I first played this. I could not figure out what the fuck they were talking about with the harp string. All right, now we give the dude the harp string. I want to play music, but the harp string is broken. Okay, we get it. That's the torture chamber, Kriyath. It's the torture chamber. Oh, that is a harp string. I promise to use it carefully if you give it to me. Yes. Thank you very much. Please sit and listen to my music. Thank you very much for coming. Before I play some music, let me tell you my story. I fell in love just once in my 24 years. It was when I visited a mine town, Grass Valley. When I was injured, there was a girl who took care of me. I couldn't tell her my true feelings, though. The girl's name was something like Lisa. The music I'm going to play now is a song that I wrote for her. I love listening to music from the front row. Please do not bother me. But that guy's animation, that's really good. Very good music. Got him. Do these guys move like chess knights? Yeah, what now, fucker? Dad released a soldier. Someone is calling Dad from the house. I know everything about the Magritte Castle. I will help you when you come back. Got that one. Got that one. He, you fucker. If you're gonna make a chess knight enemy, you always have the chess knight enemy move like a chess knight, right? It is required. Backstabber. Thank you for the little bit of Digimag. We'll get to that in just a moment. Let me find this dude. This dude? Even though I don't look like it, I'm from the sky, just like you. I know all of the invisible passages in Magritte Castle. Would you like to walk the basement with me? The soul that knows the castle's secret passages joins you. Good. All right. Go in here. Save. Yes. Finish recording. You wish to continue. Yes. Do not give up. Pause the game. Pause the timer. Let's do a little bit of Digimag. Where are we on Digimags? Which one are we going to do? Alright. That's right, I gotta get rid of the fucking... I gotta get rid of the Indiana Jones stuff from the playlist. Do it later. June 92, May 92, August 91, May 91. We're gonna do a Nintendo Power, why not? Issue 25, June 1991. Did we do this one already? No, I don't think we did. Alright. Write this down. 25. June 1991. Alright. Whoa. Nintendo Power Volume 25. Battletoads, Croaker Capers. Ness Open, tournament golf, win a golf cart. Do you think they're saying they're shortening cartridge here? It kind of does, doesn't it? Game Boy Hunt for Red October. Go on the Ultima. Take Power Trip. Power Line. Give my regards to Nestor. Alright. Wow. Ugh. These scans. Battletoads. Extraordinarily shiny pigs. That's Howard Phillips, president of Nintendo America in the 80s and early 90s. The very first Cats on CRTs picture ever recorded. Here's another cat watching Super Mario 2. That's pretty good. There's that bacon dog. Oh, art beat. Stone-faced Mega Man. These are good. Who hasn't drawn a cool sword at one time or another? This is a particularly good one. Game Boy. Cool Spot. Turtles. Mario in a plane. Maniac Mansion. Excellent. Is that Beach Link? Might be. Battletoads. Here's the way to go. Mad, bad, and crazy. Take out the trash. Big bad boot. Kiss my fist. Nuclear knuckles. Rash and zits. These scans are gonna enrage me. It looks like he's just rubbing his taint. It looks like he's just rubbing his taint on that rat. Oh man, tweet vulture vision. Pow. Now we're making bacon. I prefer flies myself. I think I trashed this guy's Robo Baby earlier in the level. Oh. I feel electrified. Some ride. Nah, that's nothing compared to cruising with Pimple in the Toadster. Ice Cavern. Surf City. Snake Pit. This is a frosty reception. I'm having a ball myself. Hang 6 and go with the flow. Splat! Oh, he hit the wall. That's big snakes. The fire zone. The elevator shaft. Gargantua ducts. Hello there, I'm Silas Volkmeyer, chief designer of the Battletoads. I hope you've enjoyed the torture I put those freaks through so far. Battletoads designer. This is what the designers of Battletoads like. Battletoads Plan C. Intruder Excluder section. It kind of looks like they've launched themselves up here with their super-powered farts. The Gargantua. Oh, Battle the Hypno Orb. The game completely falls apart by the time you get to the Clinger Winger section. The Rat Race. Follow the arrows. Don't stop for anything. He's still watching him get burned. Oh. This is some wacky tower. This always confused me. I remember this comic specifically for this where this dude's climbing up the side of the tower and he just says let's eat and it doesn't make any fucking sense. What's next for the Battletoads? Endless re-releases. That's what's next. The Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Super Control. Oh, they're curved to fit your hand comfortably. The evolution of the Super NES. Resolution. Oh, look at that high resolution. Rotation. Moving characters. None of this could be done on the NES. Super connections. Oh, man. NES Open Tournament Golf. Spy Hunter. Super Spy Hunter poster. Game Boy. I think we're flipped now. Yes. Convoy Commander, the Red October. This always interested me that, like, the versus mode of this game. I find the versus mode of this game to be very interesting. Where one player plays all of the Dr. Tasty. Oh, Dark Max. Oh, that's really good.
It's so good.
There they are.
Stop eating!
Dark Max, thank you for the feast. This game is, I think it's maybe impossible if you play it solo. Fortified Zone, how skilled a secret agent are you? Are you skilled enough to, like... Gosh, that's gotta be uncomfortable. Just flopping the ammunition belt over your shoulder while you're shirtless. RC Pro-Am. You look at this brain thing. RC Pro-Am on the Game Boy. All these different courses. Game Boy Classified. Mysterium Operation C. Oh. Well, if you were if you were looking at long plays, that doesn't mean that humans can beat it, right? The Lone Nester. Remember the Lone Ranger game? Oh. You've earned your reputation, Lone Nester. And I've been thinking, it's about time I hung up my tie, so here, I want you to have it. Gee, thanks. I don't have to wear it, do I? And Howard rides off into the sunset. Daydreamin' Davy. Featuring vibrating, sweaty people. Everybody's vibrating and sweating in Daydreamin' Davy. Power Blade. You mean 3. Chase HQ, Abadox. Super Mario 3 Warp Whistles, Double Dragon.
Oh, I see a nice young man.
Jiggy with the
Would
raid.
you mind running the camera for a minute? My wife had to milk the goat. That's it. The buttons are labeled.
Oh, man. James Bond. Jiggy has been playing every James Bond game. Welcome, Raiders. We're looking at a little bit of Nintendo Power. What is this? June 1991. Yeah, Power Blade and Mega Man 3 were around the same time. Super Spy Hunter. Oh, you can turn into an A10. I didn't know that. All right, thank you again for the raid. I hope your bonding went well. Yeah, Faria was around the same time in the West as well, which is interesting. Ah, what do we got? Comic adventure is the genre, is the game type of Battletoads. Same as Daydreamin' Davy. Faria is a role-playing game. Faria is a weird one. Faria is a weird one. It's more of an action game. Than others. Imagine trying to golf in that
I'm
outfit.
gonna give him 100 bits.
Sinful
I'm gonna give him-
Dreams.
Gee donuts, so are we gonna start taking bets on when Andrew is gonna lose his damn mind from all the sounds and noises from his stream? I'm not sure if they will accept him or he will be outside a GameStop in his tidied whities and a wizard hat screaming at a Magic 8 Ball screaming my name is Hans drinking has ruined my life. I'm 31 years old, cheer 100.
Sinful Dreams. Thank you for the 100 bits. You've seen the stream here. You've seen how chaos this gets. I don't think Rig will have any problem handling his chaos. I'm gonna give him 100 bits, and I'm gonna go. Oh no, it's Return of the Foot. We had a few issues where we didn't see this horrible mutation, but guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back in June 1991? There's so much wrong with this image. There's so much wrong with this image. Hip placement? Hip placement? Knee angle? What do you suppose is going on behind this section here? The foot? of this whole thing? The book, the shape of these books, the angle of the table. The like neck, shoulder, other stuff angles. There's so much to decode here. We gotta set this back. This scan is all fucked up. Alright, RoboCop 2, where are the hidden nuke factories? Where's the Princess of Moonbrook? How can I make sure that I win the lottery? Alright, what do we got? Game counselor. Practicing Taekwondo, running. Okay. Those are fairly cheap hobbies. 84 points in the Power Bowl of NES Play Action Football. Loves Solomon's Key. Oh, thank you, Sinful Dreams. Glad to have you here. Completed Blaster Master in 57 minutes. Okay. Arcus has 29.49. Loves Blaster Master. Flying, skiing, and jet skiing. No, I'm just a game counselor. I'm just a game counselor for fun. I don't need the money. Let's see. Snowboarding, water skiing. Completed Gradius with one ship. Favorite NES games, Destiny of an Emperor and Solomon's Key. Skiing and hunting. Scored 2 million points in Duck Hunt. Favorite NES game, Destiny of an Emperor. They're all about Destiny of an Emperor this month. What do we got? Where can I find one-ups early in the game? No one ever asked about later in the game because no one ever played more than level 1. No one ever got past fucking level 1. Where do I use the whistle and the key? Use the whistle to call Grandpa, who will fire coins at you. Unlimited coins from Grandpa. How do I use the rockets to my advantage? The statue. The Barneys, the retirement home. Top 30. TMNT 2, the arcade game. Super Mario 3, Mega Man 3. Final Fantasy, Star Tropics. Simpsons Bart versus the Space Mutants. Crystallis, Dr. Mario, Dragon Warrior 2, and Tetris. Some rather old games. Still making the top 30. Mega Man 1. Zelda 2. Zelda 1. Interestingly, Wizardry hitting the top 30. Cheap reprints. You mean like budget releases after the fact? Not at this point because ROM prices were too high to make that a reality. Simply producing a game cost a lot of money. What did exist is a big secondhand market. Rentals. At this point, rentals were becoming commonplace, and a big secondhand market had developed. Let's see. TMNT2 is getting 5,000 points from the dealers and 4,000 points from the players. Super Mario 3 similarly high. Final Fantasy's up there. Dragon Warrior 1 and 2 getting in the top 10 for the players is interesting. Ultima, Final Fantasy, Crystalis, Dragon Warrior 2, Legend of Zelda getting a lot of its points from the pros. Simpsons, 3rd place for the dealers, 7th for users, and 14th for the pros. I don't think the free copy of Dragon Warrior had come with Nintendo Power just yet, Noman. This would have been before that. David Leisure. Pack Watch, a look into the future of NES games. What do we got? Bill and Ted's Excellent Video Game Adventure. Oh. Over Horizon. I don't think I've ever seen this game. Little Mermaid. Legends of the Diamond. Pirates. Rockin' Cats and High Speed Pinball Simulation. Gossip Galore. The Hook. The Hook. For NES. Defenders of Dynatron City. Robin Hood. Super Rumors. What do we got? Draken. F-15 Strike Eagle. Lemmings. Mech Warrior. Railroad Tycoon. Sim City and Sim Earth. Hudson Hawk. The Hook. Final Fight UN Squadron. Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Asmic's first Super NES title will be called Dimension Force. RoboCop 3. Pilot Wings. What do we got coming up? Coming soon. Addams Family, Bill and Ted's, Bucky O'Hare, Captain Planet, Darkman, Darkwing Duck, Tailspin, Dragon Warrior 3, Family Food, McKids, Mike Tyson's Power Punch, Star Trek, Star Wars, The Hook, Euphoria. I think the like Data East Arcade RoboCop was the only one that was like at all functional, if I recall correctly. A Super NES software preview. Oh, he's leaving. He's leaving to become the executive producer of video games and learning products at Lucasfilm. Goodbye, Howard Phillips. 4-wheel drive. They're going into space. They're not looking at the road. They're gonna die. There are several reasons why these 4 are headed towards disaster. Anyway, there you go. There's your little bit of Digimag. Thank you, Backstabber, for a little bit of Digimag. I need to take a quick break before we get back to the game. And now's as good a time as any. Let me find my BRB music. Hey, Car, how's it going? And I've seen many. Use this one. There we go. There we go. Prepare yourself for horrors. I'll be back shortly. Welcome back, everybody. Tell me, what was your favorite image while I was away? What was your favorite? What was your favorite of the horrors you've seen? I think that was Euro meat, Shadrock. Anyway, back to the game. The big Shrek sandworm in Dune. That's a good one. Good choice. A good choice. Oh yeah, raging Gerard Depardieu is good. Oh, there's secrets. There's secret doors too. I see. I see, wiener. Oh. What's the point of that? Doo, doo. This is a cool effect, though. So wait, Dr. Tasty, are you saying... Are you saying that you're looking at things in real life and thinking they don't look messed up enough? Is that... Am I understanding this correctly? Because that's very funny also. So the way they've done this is there's two layers. It's the same way what you call it does it in Battle Squadron does it on the Genesis. Some fucked up bananas. So, oh, there's a secret. I see a secret. Secret. Ow, though. Aha. Wait, that's down here? Is this? Oh yeah, how things look when the sun is up. Ah, over here. I see. Yes, but how do I... Oh, okay. Oh! Zantetsu sword is found in Leo's laboratory and the spirit sword in this castle. Try to remember where the invincible monsters are. And let's return to the outside of Magrid Castle. Stay. Anyway, yeah, what I was going to say is, so the way this works is that they have two layers, which are slightly offset from each other. One of which has the wall in it, one of which doesn't, right? And so this when you have this soul or whatever, it removes the top of the 2 layers. Yeah, it's a neat effect. Okay, this doesn't affect here because we don't see it here, right? It's only here. It only works in the areas where we can see that offset. Which is smart, right? Alright. Now we gotta go. There's a shortcut, right? Like, yeah, we could just go through here. Record. Do not give up.
They fought.
Ah. At least a maid. Oh, I released the queen. I do not know who you are, but thank you very much for releasing me. I will give you a gift if you come back. That it? That's it. No secrets here. No secrets, just killing. Release a soldier. No, this is some kind of prison. Soldier. No, I got the right tower now. Soldier. Dr. Leo! I'm Dr. Leo. I've been watching from the darkness. I'm going to retrieve the Blackstone, go to the world of evil, and defeat Death Toll. I hope you will come with me. The airship dock is at the top floor of the right tower. I'll be waiting for you. many treasure chests hidden in the basements and towers. If a soldier, the one who knows a lot about Magritte Castle, joins you, the treasure will be found easily. Go back. Lock then. Is this the queen? I'm the wife of King Magritte. You think I'm pretty? Sure. This is my present to you. Queen put something in Dad's pocket. The VIP card. Oh. I only have half the emblems. She was removing some dust from my eye. Oh, I was just removing a speck of dust from his eye. Okay. Back there. This tower is connected to the airship's dock at the top floor. Anyone without a VIP card cannot get in. Oh, that is a VIP card. I'm very sorry. Please come in. A soldier. Dad released a maid.
Frill Fanning.
Frilled Fanning. Hidden staircase.
Dresser.
One more. Soldier. Yeah, we were just talking about that. PS1 Addict. The, like, offset. It's a layer on top of the other that's offset. And in this circle, it disables the upper layer. Those are mimics. $80 gems. 160 gems. A soldier. A secret. Soldier. I think before the boss, we're gonna get a blue teleport, so no secrets here. Level up. Wait a second. Soldier. I'm starting to lose track of all the people that I've released. $100 gems. Medical herb. No secrets here either. Got it. Okay. This is what I was looking for. And then we'll be fighting the boss soon enough, I reckon. Oh, we got a little house now. That's nice. Phew, you scared me. Don't sneak up behind me. I almost fell into the river. Okay. King Magritte doesn't come back, then I will be crowned the next king. He he he. Oh. The intrigue. The key to the airship has been stolen. I don't know what is going to happen. Music is really strange. The same music sometimes sounds very wonderful when I am happy, and sad when I am depressed. I don't think you can do anything with those two. Can I talk to this dude? I find a great many things wandering around. I have seen something shiny around the castle, but I did not pick up. That's the airship key, I reckon. Can we talk to her? You want medical herb, don't you? Yes. Hey, you already have one. Don't you think that she's a nice girl? She seems to know what people want. People want medical herb. It's as clear as day. Around the castle. That found the Master's Emblem H. Two, 3, 4, 5. We're missing 3 of them, right? The fuck are we gonna find 3 of these fucking things? Ho 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 ho! Ho ho! Are you Dad? Please see to Dr. Leo. You are Dad. Birds from Greenwood told me of you. The stones you have collected are keys to open the gate to the world of evil. They are the origins of power for machines that beckon evil. King Magrid holds the last stone. You have to free him to get the last stone. Go then to the world of evil and defeat Death Toll. Doctor, you can finally start our ship. Oh. Doc! You are Queen Magrid. You destroyed the world. Didn't you realize? Shut up, wimp. Defeat him. You took everything away from me. You are dirtier than evil. Dr. Leo, you talk too much. Life is never easy. Look. Hey, keep walking. Daddy! Daddy, I knew I would see you, but not like this. Dr. Leo, you will still do what I say. As you said, I made a machine to call Death Toll. Lisa has nothing to do with this. Shut up. Dr. Leo, you still have to work for us. Alright. I cannot sacrifice people's lives anymore. But please, release Lisa. She is the most precious thing in this world. Even if I could not see her, she would still be my motivation. I can endure anything by just imagining her face. You are an honest man. All right, Dr. Leo, leave Lisa alone. Leo whispered in Dad's ears. Dad, stay behind me. Here, take this, and get on the airship. Please take care of Lisa. I will not run away. Just take me wherever you want. Lisa, please forgive me. Boom! Oh, shit. Oh. Dad, I think I was born in the wrong generation. Scientists are supposed to invent machines in order to make people happy. An unexpected scientist may ruin the culture. Some people believe happiness comes quickly. Well, I think it comes with patience. Lisa, I am sorry for leaving you. I'm not passing away. Rather, I'm going to sleep. When a scientist with my knowledge is needed, I will be back. Lisa, be happy. Don't rush yourself. Yes, gradually. Lisa just keeps crying. Lisa just keeps crying. Huh? 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 Now what? Okay, bye. Dad found the invulnerable bracelet where the queen was standing. Oh. Super bracelet. The super bracelet doesn't... Am I reading that wrong? Is the super bracelet just both the attack and defense bracelets? I'm confused. I thought you were supposed to do something there. But I don't have the airship key. The queen was evil. Oh, wait, he's sleeping. Oh. Oh, I guess he's not sleeping. He was just lying. Okay, I need this. I need the key equipped. Dad plugged in the starting key. Okay. I guess he handed me the key. I cut it out. I want to get up there. I don't think you can go up to the front when you're fighting this dude. Should have saved it before I did this. I don't know how to avoid that. Can I go down here and fight him? Oh, no wind down here. This is better. Tornado! I think the super bracelet might suck. I'm gonna put the medical herb. Okay. Maybe it doesn't. I'm winning the damage race. As long as he doesn't decide to do only fire. Oh, he went that way. Got him. I seem to have missed a magic somewhere. I don't understand that. That released King Magrid. I knew what was happening. I could do nothing to prevent the queen from passing away. Dad drove the airship back to the dock. Hello, thank you for staying with me while my father passed away. I didn't think I would see him again. And because of you, I was finally able to see him again. Ever since you saved me at Grass Valley, I imagined you fighting monsters whenever I closed my eyes. By the way, I would like you to answer my questions. Are you a real human being like me? Does this matter? I gotta look this up. I want to get the things, but I want to get the things. I don't want to have to like go back through this. Castle. Magic Bell B.
He wanted justice. He found him within Aquila and attacked.
A rotator in Lanol. F.E. and I guess it doesn't matter. Are you a real human being like me? No, I see. I feel like you are far away even though you are right in front of me. I feel like you are watching us from the sky. I don't know how to express the way I feel. But that is okay. I love... You are going to fight Death Toll, right? I would say goodbye, but I know I'm going to cry. Please leave while my back is turned. Okay, bye. I got shit to do, though. One of the model towns. I'm gonna go into one of the model towns. It's sitting too long. I should get up and exercise. Oh. Look at those good rats. Ouch! Super bracelet, flare. I don't think most people say that Terra Enigma is like super good if they've played it. Right? It's a very interesting yet flawed game. If it's not, what the fuck? Alright, I'm just gonna look this shit up. I know there's one in one of these. What? Zantetsu side quest. Yeah, I got that. Model town. Where? Do I have G already? No. Yeah, here we go. Emblem G. Emblem G. Go to the category, the door key, mystic armor. Now go to the right side of the chest of drawers and push it to the left. Right side of the chest of drawers and push it to the left. Terranigma, like, it starts out being a game that, like, yeah, okay. And then Brightus is the fourth game. Hey, Grim Fandango. What am I missing? I'm not missing. I had to look at what I'm missing. F and C. Mountain of Souls. Master's Emblem F. And then C. Greenwood has Emblem C. Up to the top right, squirrel. Dude. So, Terranigma is one of those games that, like, if you play it for half an hour, you're like, wow, this game is really cool. I can't wait to play more of this. I just missed this dude. But then if you actually, like, try to finish it, it's, if you actually try to finish it, it's like kind of a slog and you get lost and like the plot that seemed cool kind of stops making as much sense is my impression of it. I haven't finished it though. You collected all 8 items. I'll give you the magic bell. You have fought well. Alright. Sick. You'll be able to cast magic without using any gems. We're never going to use that. Well, we might use it. We might use it. It's a backup. Oh, I gotta see if I can get, I think I won't get it until I get to the red hot ball. Oops. Red hot ball. And chest on the world of evil. Okay. All right, we're good to go. So, I think in general, like, Soul Blazer is by a large margin the best of the series. King Magritte is back. Please do not tell anybody what I have said to you. I have failed as a king. I ordered people to be loyal to me, and killed whomever would not follow me. Once you reach the top, the only way is down. I was just a coward. I made a promise with the evil King Deathtoll, simply because I thought it would impress the queen. But the queen was captured by her own desire and passed away. I must apologize to Dr. Leo. I have the Black Stone with me. You must have all 6 of these now. Please go to the world of evil and defeat Deathtoll. This is all I can do for Dr. Leo. So, I think Soul Blazer is by far the best of the trilogy, with some caveats. Which is, who cares? Who cares, Doom Noob? That's not me. Right? There's a reason. And I'll be very clear about this. There's a reason that I don't talk about areas in which I am a subject matter expert in public very frequently, because people do this shit where they say, well, so-and-so said that blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I don't give 2 fucking shits what somebody else said about it, right? Like, I don't give a shit what some other channel said about something. I'm not interested in arguing by proxy with somebody else's opinion, right? There's no point in doing that. Don't fucking do it. Right? All 6 stones started to shine and were swallowed into the aurora. Aurora Borealis. The gate to the world of evil finally opened. But you need the Phoenix's help to defeat Deathtoll. When the Phoenix joins you, the Palace of Deathtoll will appear in the world of evil. Dad, try to find the 3 symbols. Here we go, we're in the world of evil. I love this effect. The flame. These guys give you a lot of experience. But yeah, like here's the thing, right? This game plays really well, right? That you don't. There's no caveat here, right? There's no caveat to this, right? You don't say, "Oh, well, you got to get into it. You got to give it some time. You got to wait until you've got an investment of time in it before it gets good," right? That alone, I think, disqualifies Illusion from being the better game, right? Is that you can't just start playing it and have fun. You have to let the game tell you that it's time to have fun, right? That immediately disqualifies Illusion. But also, like, in my opinion, this is one of the best Super Nintendo games in general, right? Like, this game plays and operates so well. It's got such great music. The difficulty curve of the game is really good, right? And like, I don't know, Illusion of Gaia, Illusion of Time doesn't have that, right? It plays clunkier than this. It might have a better story, but who cares, right? We're not reading a book, we're playing a video game. And a lot of the stuff with Illusion of Gaia, I feel like a lot of people, it's what I call the Earthbound effect, right? Which is a lot of people played Illusion of Gaia, Illusion of Time at a specific point in their lives, but a time when that story really resonated with them, right? And it was a meaningful experience to them. And as a result, people associate a great deal of, like... I can't go through there yet. People associate a lot of goodwill with the game, right? And that's not to say it isn't a good game, right? But it does give it... You have to account for that when you're thinking of, like, which of these is objectively a better game, right? That gets rid of those things. Now we can get in here. This. Medical herb. That's why I say with caveats, right? Like, if you played Illusion of Gaia or Illusion of Time when you were a kid, when you were, like, a tween or teen, and, like, you gave it that time to get into it, it's probably a better game for you, right? It's probably a better experience. But that doesn't mean it's objectively so. It is subjectively a better experience. And I think that's fine, it's fine for that to be the case. But again, like I said, I have to give it a second try because I bounced off it because it had that caveat of, well, you gotta get into it. You gotta wait for the story to play out because you can't play the game for 20 minutes at first, right? It is not possible to begin playing Illusion of Gaia without spending 20 minutes on it first. Right? And, I don't think there's anything wrong with that if they want to set up a more complicated story. But it also does have an undeniable effect on the game itself, right? So, and that's, there's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with being more ambitious in story, and I think that's what happened with each of the subsequent games, right? But did it make them overall better games? I don't think so. I don't think it did. But, like, this game is... and this is the thing, right? This game is is extraordinarily good within the Super Nintendo library. Within the Super Nintendo library, I think this is one of the top games, right? And again, I had this game as a kid and I loved it. This is one of the few games that I've 100%ed. So I know that I have a predisposition to like this game more than other games. I got the red hot ball. Do I have to go? I have to go back to Soul Mountain to assemble this stuff, I think. Honestly, I think Metal Gear Solid 4 is a horrible game, right? I haven't even played it because I have no interest in doing so because it looks boring. That's the biggest sin that a game can commit is being boring, and it looks boring. You made it, Dad. I shall call the Phoenix. Yes. Dad received the magic of Phoenix. High above in the sky, a beautiful voice could be heard. I am the Phoenix. I live on the Mountain of Souls. I will help you revive the world and protect the peace. As soon as I was called, Death Toll moved into position. But that's part of it too, right? Is that Dad, return to the world of evil with the Phoenix. If you equip Soul Blade and Soul Armor, the Phoenix will be able to help you. This is the final battle, the battle with Death Toll. Please come back alive. So, here's the big thing, right? At best, Hideo Kojima is a mediocre director, right? At best, he is a mediocre director in comparison to the world of film, right? He's probably a pretty good director in terms of cinematic video game experience. But he is a mediocre director in comparison to film, right? Imagine watching the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy end to end, the director's cut special extended edition, right? Imagine watching the whole fucking thing end to end, right? That's how long Metal Gear Solid 4 is. That's how long Metal Gear Solid 4 is, and it's made by a mediocre director. It doesn't get better because it's longer, right? So imagine watching a shitty version of the Lord of the Rings extended cut trilogy that's just worse in every way, but a different story, right? Same kind of deal. It's not good. Right? Even if you're just watching it, it's who the fuck could stand that? Who cares? Right? I can take a shit on a Blu-ray and great, it's using up all the storage space because it's a 90 gigabyte image of my shit. But it's not going to be good. Who cares if you're the first to do something and it's bad? Right? Oh. Prominences. But that's the problem, right? Is that first isn't always important, right? first isn't always important. It's part of the equation when you're assessing if something is, like, good, right? Like, hey, nobody had done this before. But when you're just talking about higher resolution videos, like, who fucking cares, right? Like, oh, Jesus. Yeah, if I hit 10,000 subs, I'll play Metal Gear Solid 4 in one sitting. Sure. I mean, as much of one sitting as Twitch will allow. Whoop. What's that?
Once upon a time, a blue
Oh, these things need the thing.
learned one of life's cruelest lessons. That evil was
Sir Spamison.
so he followed the footsteps.
Thank you for gifting us up to 10000 subs.
Sword and came back home with the heart of a gunman and the soul
Ow.
of a samurai.
Dude. Soul armor enables you to walk in space.
Fantasy monsters.
All good.
Hirai, Almirage, Askamoids, Atomies, Axbeaks, Bassadorons, Burbalangs, Boggarts, Balor, Beldrachi, Blur, Brawl, Bogox, Burrow
Brawl.
Cacti, Celestials, Cacodemons, Cacodemons, Cacodemon,
100 gems.
Channel Dragons, Charm, Changeling, Channeling Wizards, Channeling Vampire,
10,000
Charm,
rubs.
Cloth, Cloister,
Ah, there's the rub.
Cyclops, Dark Brothers, Deathlaters, Dreadlings, Dusk Giants, Duergar, Earth Elementals, Healer, Freaks, Elemental Animals, Enclave Rats, Elves, Faluzers, Fang-Faced Devils, Fae, Fiends, Fiendish Birds, Fiendish Dragons, Frigid Fairies, Glacier Giants, Glacial Monstrosities, Glowing Eye Ghouls, Glory Kin, Gruslax.
Oh, I added a new-
High Angels, Hellhounds, Lesser Demons, Lich Kings, Lesser
I
Demons,
added a new,
Nagas, Nixies, Oni, Ogre-like Fangs, Ocrux, Ogres, Ophidians.
I added a new thing to the thing. A new prompt. Yeah, like here's the thing, right? I'm not saying I'm not shitting on Kojima and saying oh, he's super bad at what he does and everything he makes is total trash. It's just that he does a pretty good job of putting together a wacky story and making a pretty playable game, and the end result is a fine a fine experience for those who seek it out, right? But that's it, right? Is that Metal Gear Solid 4 is the height of excess with that, where it's basically do I want to go here? I want to record. Why do I not have the sword and the... Right, Metal Gear Solid 4 is the pinnacle of this excess of Kojima's design style, which ends up harming the game in general. The poor creature that repeats transmigration of the soul and cannot die, I will put you in a deep sleep. Yeah, I can't hurt this dude, right? He doesn't even have a thing. I'm not supposed to be here yet. I need the thing. Unless this is meant to be a forced loss. But yeah, like, it's one of those things where it's like, do not rush, but be patient. You must continue making steady progress. That's not fucking... Why, I saved it just now. Boop, boop, boop. But that's it, right? Is that, like, Metal Gear Solid 4, to me, is a game that was made specifically for people who were already super deep in being Metal Gear fans, right? They were already big Metal Gear fans. So, like, yeah, that's fine. It's fine to make a game that's going to be the game that the fans of your thing want, right? That's perfectly fine. But again, that doesn't make it a good game or generally accessible. What am I missing? I need to be able to kill those things, but in order to kill the... Oh, here it is. The Soul Blade. We are now the Soul Blader. Hell yeah. Now we can go back, and I think there's something else we can get. Back here, maybe? Kill these things? No. Yeah, we gotta go there to kill these things to open that up. Level up! It's also a good way. These things are, like, the best way to level up. I didn't... How did I not... Okay. Super bracelet. How did that open? Super confused now. The biggest, from what I've seen of it, right? The biggest tragedy of Death Stranding is that it doesn't allow you to explore its mechanics, right? You play a story and then the game is done. And it has interesting mechanics that would be very cool to mess around with, right? But it's explicitly limited in how much you can interact with those mechanics because it's finite. It takes a like an approach to what appears to be a kind of robust simulation and reduces it to a finite set of story and side quests. So you can't fuck around with, like, being an on-foot trading simulator walking sim, right? I would like that. I think that would be very cool. Elite Dangerous, but you're some dude wandering around like messed up, you know, post-apocalypse zone with, like, weird dream creatures. Okay. There we go. Some people believe being constantly reincarnated means everlasting suffering. Being alive is suffering for some creatures. You will find out what I mean. Oh, shit, it's Death Toll! Right. Forget where it's safe to stand. Right here? Oops. Fucking goddamn it. Didn't turn fast enough. I like. Oops. Oops. Got him. Finally, Dad defeated Death Toll. Suddenly, Dad heard a small voice. Dad, we decided to stay here and seal the World of Evil. The World of Evil is a dark world that exists in the back of creatures' minds. As long as there are inventions in this world, the same thing will happen. I will stay and try to stop as much as possible. You are still young. You should experience more. And if you figure out reasons for all feelings, all connections, and existences, you will be wise like the Master. Dad, get going. World of Evil began to disappear. Can I go? That's it. Pause the timer. Dad, you made it. All the creatures have been saved. Every last one, thanks to you. Why don't you go and see the world and all its creatures? I didn't notice that. You finally made it. First of all, let me say thank you. I started to think of many things. I know this may sound strange, but in the human world, if a person kills one man, he is a murderer. However, if a person kills 100, then he is praised as a hero. I became a king by this theory.
I'm gonna give him 100 bits.
I always felt lonely. Therefore, and
thank
you for the 100 bits.
TechWar as an excuse to not play TechWar.
Even if I had many men and beautiful
contacted
women
Allied to
around
see
me,
if
I
Fractal
felt
Mind Mike
alone.
and get a cease and desist order to stop him from playing TechWar. Should
Now
Red
I
feel
realize
ashamed for
no
exposing
man can live
Fractal
by
Mind
himself.
Mike to a lawsuit just to not play Tech Raw? Also, Lily.
I'm going to spend all the money I received from Death Toll to construct and build a great town. This is my way of compensating the people I helped defeat. But I also want to build a town where people won't have anything to fear. And they can believe in themselves. Dad, thank you very much. I will build statues of you and Dr. Leo in the center of town. I promise to tell every generation about your accomplishments. He sold the human race to Death Toll for money. Dad, you made it. Dr. Leo can pass away peacefully. Also, thank you for the 100 bits, Terforan. We tools exist to be used by human beings. I thought that said fools. We are happy if we're helpful to the humans. And we hurt if they use us in the wrong way. Even though we would like to tell them not to use us the wrong way, we cannot. This is very painful. But Dr. Leo understood our feelings. Dr. Leo made a death machine that killed everyone. The tools Dr. Leo used must have been very happy. Oh, you're back. Well, I wasn't worried, but Gnome was really worried about you. The king didn't give a shit. Gnome, say something! The king is such a thoughtless man. Dr. Leo has passed away. I miss him very much. There are creatures that only get 1 year to live. The value of life depends on the number of days spent with fulfillment, so those that live shorter are less fulfilled and less valuable. Maybe Dr. Leo's life was more fulfilled than many others. Dad, thank you very much. Peace has returned here to St. Alice. The dolphin, Lou, used to live with Dr. Leo. It's strange. Whenever he tells me about Dr. Leo and his daughter, Lisa, I miss them and sometimes find myself crying. Now Dr. Leo is gone. Lisa must be very lonely. Oh, here comes Lou. He must have heard your voice. Pod gang. Phew. Dad, why did you not visit me? I decided to return to my hometown along with my friends. Yeah, we are done. It's done. 9 hours. To tell you the truth, I am married. Hey, Lala, come in here. Love this song. Don't you think she is beautiful? We will be happy together. Dad, I wish you luck. Pod gang, thank you for the $1.
Podgong. Dolphin
Pod
chittering
gong.
noises.
Turbo's grave is standing alone. When Dad closed his eyes, he tried to imagine Turbo. Ghost dog. Like good sleep comes after hard work, good rest comes after an honest life. I will rest well with Dr. Leo. Oh, he's doing the thank you dance. That's a very good callback. Lisa appears to be sleeping. Dad placed the dream rod upon Lisa's head. Yeah. Dad, I thought I would meet you here. I'm all alone. I know that as time passes, I will stop feeling lonely. My father used to tell me the key to happiness lies in patience, not in haste. I don't know whether you are an angel or human, but I must ask you to do me a favor. I will not ask you to stay with me. Only promise me you will return someday. You could tell me a lie, but I feel our promise will give me hope for the future. Please, please promise me that you will one day return. This is a very good way to do this, by the way. Prospective game designers, take note. Yes, thank you. I wish this dream would never end. Oh, he's gone! Dead. Promise me you will return someday. Don't worry, I'll come back as a goat. Grass Valley at sunset, the glistening ocean. The restored world was beautiful. All the creatures stopped and looked at the beauty of the sunset. One was with his child, and one was with his friend. Creatures were in awe of the scenery. Suddenly, a light ray shot into the sky. However, no one noticed it. There she is, westernized Lisa. Lisa was standing all by herself, not praying or nothing.
Thanks for the food.
She used to feel lonely when she saw the sunset, but now she thinks it is beautiful. What's interesting is that they did a good job. If you didn't know about the original art, you wouldn't think it's out of place. Just like her father changed impossible to possible, Lisa feels she will be happy if she believes.
Food!
It's so good.
The staff of Soul Blazer.
It's so good.
Oh, yum.
He attacked the demon.
Picture.
I can't stop eating.
Cool.
Quintet staff.
Water pipe.
Purple Majestic wants a random dang game. We'll get to that once the ending is over. Considering like outside of like the like thanks and stuff and the like exterior production staff, Like, this game was made by a very small number of people. When you think about it. $1992. Based upon Soul Blader. Also 1992. The Musicians. Licensed by Nintendo. Presented by Enix. My follower, tell me what is on your mind. I do not know what has happened between you and that girl. However, being attracted to a human means that you have not yet established yourself as a heavenly creature. A year has now passed, but your feelings have not changed. Maybe you should try living as a human, learning how they live. Be warned, though, once you go down to Earth, you will lose all memory. Hey, Turbo. I feel something strange in the air tonight. What's wrong with me? Huh? Dad? Is that you? Oh my. Oh my. I knew you would come back. What is wrong? Don't you remember me? Yes. No, I can't believe this. It's me, Lisa. Daughter of Dr. Leo, the inventor. Please, don't you remember me? Well, okay. You have never lied to me. It's just hard to believe you lost all your memory. All right, I won't ask you again. I guess I have to change my way of thinking. We can create many new and wonderful memories together. Okay, let me introduce myself. I am Lisa. And the goat behind me is Turbo. Turbo Goat. Come on, Turbo. Say hello. Bleat! He looks like a dog I used to have. That is why I call him Turbo. Come on, I will show you around. Hurry up, Turbo. Turbo Goat. European SNES game. The end. What an excellent game. Very lovely game. It's just the right size. It's not too hard. It's not too easy. Plays really nice. It's got a... I don't know how the original Japanese version of it is in terms of story beats being a little different and details and that kind of stuff. But to me, it manages to pack a pretty complex story and a lot of complicated morality into, you know, a 9-hour, relatively light action-adventure game, right? It's not, you're not sitting there listening to hours and hours of exposition. Most of the game is playing the game. And yet, they fit this, like, kind of complicated, morally ambiguous, like, there isn't really a message, but, like, thoughts, ideas, concepts. They packed a lot of that in there in a small amount of text. I think that's pretty impressive. And I think that's something that a lot of games fail at because they talk too much. They say too much. They present endlessly the same thing, and they guide you how you're meant to think about stuff. This game gives you a bunch of ideas and then leaves, which I think is better, right? It's a favorite game of mine. Very good game. And the music is just a treat. Save that timer. We don't need this timer anymore. We got a random dank game to do for Purple Majestic. Let's do that. Let's do that random dank game. Yeah, it's tough. It's really difficult to not get into that trap of like over exposition. Oh, what's this? Oh, this looks good. What do we got here? All right, Purple Majestic, your random dank game was developed by Creative Edge Software, published by Ubisoft in 2002. Let's get these screenshots together. Oh, yes. Love this tune. And then cover art. I was thinking about grabbing this tune. I think somebody extracted the like MIDI notation for this from the game. I'd be very interested to find that and see if I can play that back on these things. Anyway, Purple Majestic, here you go. Here is your random dank game. Creative Edge Software, published by Ubisoft in 2002 for Windows. It is a strategy game. I have never heard of this game before in my life. It is Dark Planet Battle for Natrolis. And what's very confusing here is there's a bunch of like Warcraft buildings and also like Space Marine troops. Very strange. Dark Planet Battle for Natrolis. 2002 game. Look at that dude. And then, like, these weird guts monsters. Who knows what this game might play like? I assume it's an RTS. Right, exactly. Well, the weird thing is that they're both in the same game in this case. Right? One or the other, I understand, but putting them both in is like, well. Anyway, I'm going to take a quick break. The good news is we have music for the BRB screen. Wonderful music for horrible images.